lesson 9-5, divide unit fractions by non-zero whole numbers. So a unit fraction could be anything like 3/4. And then by a non-zero whole number, that just means a whole number that is a number that's not zero. So it could be divided by 1 or divided by 2 or divided by 3 or divided by 4 or divided by 5. Non-zero just means any digit that's not zero. So when we talk about what we're going to be doing today, you're going to be dividing a unit fraction divided by 5, a non-zero whole number. So this is what it would look like, dividing a fraction by a whole. I can use models to divide unit fractions by non-zero whole numbers. Models just means you could draw a picture if you would like, or you could use this simple standard algorithm, which is what I drew, 3/4 divided by 5. Just always remember when you're dividing by a fraction, and you can push pause and write all this down, or you can listen to me talk for just a little bit longer. You're going to put, for example, a 1 underneath the whole number. And then you always reciprocate the second fraction. So what we're going to be doing today is reciprocating the second fraction and then multiplying. So push pause now and continue to write if you need to, or go ahead and push play and move on. We do not have any vocabulary, so we're going to move into our solve and share. And our problem is, yesterday, the cooking club made a pan of lasagna. I'm going to be hungry, and right now it is just 8 o'clock a.m. They left half of the lasagna, so I'm going to circle they left half of the lasagna, and I'm going to circle four members of the photography club to share equally. I'm going to box share equally because that is one of those keywords, ding, 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 that we're going to need to be dividing. Then it says, what fraction of the pan of lasagna, so we're going to underline that, did each of the photography club members get? And so solve this problem any way you choose. So we know that we have half of the lasagna left. That's our total. Therefore, that is our dividend. And you always write your dividend first. So your dividend is your total. We have half of the lasagna left. And our divisor is basically how we want to split it. And we want to split it amongst 4 members. And so that's going to be our divisor. And I wish I could write a little bit prettier with this pen and on the computer, but I just have not figured that out yet. So we have a half divided by 4. Now, we could put this into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since it's half a pan, we're going to notice that it's actually creating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 parts. And if we're splitting it into fourths, each person's going to get 1/8. That's one way to draw it out. Another way is to solve it. Put a 1 underneath the whole. That's not going to change the value of it. And then we are going to reciprocate our second fraction. So that leaves us with 1/8. So each member, always nice to say that question. We do that a lot in my class. Each member will get 1/8 of the lasagna. Now let's look to see how they solved it. Carmen looks like she solved it just like me. Way to go, Carmen. Great minds think alike. She split the half into fourths, but since it was the whole pan, that created 8 equal parts. And then when you split it up into fourths, each person would get 1/8. Kim's work, she just drew it. She didn't use the standard algorithm too. I kind of have to do both. That just kind of helps me. So when you come in tomorrow, summarize your thinking. Did you just use the model or did you use kind of the standard algorithm of dividing fractions? Please make sure you explain in words how you divided those fractions. It's always so helpful to not only work it out, but once you're writing and explaining what you did, that kind of just helps it stick in your brain. So bring it to school tomorrow and I will check them over then.